All right, Mr. Teleferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? You know what's happening to Lonzo Ball right now? Right now, Lonzo Ball is realizing that his time in LA is not going to be as long as he expected. I think he now gets it, whether it's, this summer or maybe in the next week or whenever, next year. He gets that he might not be a part of the Lakers' long-term plans. And I think it's kind of shocking him, his dad, whoever else is in his camp or team. I think it's kind of shocking these guys. Remember, like a year ago, this guy was handed the keys to the franchise. You had Magic going up to the podium saying, "Don't break all my records, save some of my records for me." That's a big cosign from Magic Johnson, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Fast forward a year later, LeBron joins, and now he's kind of an afterthought. If Lonzo's great, that's really great. But if he's not, it is what it is. The expectations for him have kind of just gotten small. And I don't even think it's Lonzo's fault. I think Lonzo's going to be a fine player in this league. The problem is you don't have that type of time for him to get good. You got LeBron James for a 4-year window. You're already like, what, an eighth through that, right? So you got only so much time to maximize the opportunity to win a championship with LeBron on your team. So they're trying to do two things right now. We all knew going into the year this would be confusing. You're trying to build young players, but you're at the same time, you don't want to just allow yourself to kind of associate yourself with losing and agree to be in a rebuild mode. So you're trying to build young players and you're trying to win now. You can't do both of those things in the NBA. It just doesn't work like that. Football a little bit better than basketball. You just can't do that in the NBA. You got to be in one mode. Either we're tanking or we're all in on a championship. Anything in between, generally speaking, doesn't work out well for fan bases and teams around this league. And he's figuring out that the Lakers are probably going to move on from him, right? And when I heard this news yesterday, I told you guys, Lonzo Ball informed the Lakers that if you guys do decide to trade him, he would like to be traded to a team not named New Orleans, just because he doesn't believe he has a good chance to be the starting point guard there behind Alfred Payton or Drew Holiday. I thought that was weird. I thought that was kind of extreme to me. To me, Lonzo, he has done nothing to earn a favor with the Lakers. In my opinion, he's done absolutely nothing to earn a favor with the Lakers. As a matter of fact, the New Orleans Pelicans, they believe Lonzo is somebody that they could build around going forward. A report came out today that the New Orleans Pelicans, they see a future for Lonzo Ball. As a matter of fact, they believe he could be their starting point guard of the future. Again, obviously, we understand that this is very strategic timing. They know that if they're going to make a deal in the next few days, which I don't recommend for the Pelicans, I think they should wait till this summer. But if they're going to make a deal, they know they could pretty much get anything they want from the Lakers right now. Magic's in a bad spot. And Pelicans are like, yo, we believe in Lonzo. It's just going to take time. And they believe that Lonzo could be a piece that they build around more than Drew Holiday, reportedly. I don't know about that. Maybe. I think Lonzo and Brandon Ingram are going to be fine players in this league. It's just going to take time. It is just going to take time, right? Another report, while I got Lonzo on my mind, reportedly Lonzo Ball's camp, they would like to go to the Chicago Bulls or the New York Knicks. Now, what confuses me about this, right? This is what baffles my mind. Right now, the Chicago Bulls starting point guard is Chris Dunn or Zach LaVine, right? Right now, the New York Knicks point guard is either Frank Ntilikina or Emmanuel Mudiay. In my opinion, Lonzo Ball has not been more consistent than any of those guys. Would I put Lonzo Ball's ceiling higher than all of those guys? Yes. But he's done nothing to show me that he's consistently going to reach that ceiling in the next few years to be a starting point guard. What makes Lonzo Ball feel entitled enough to believe he's going to go into New York or Chicago and win that starting point guard spot? Chris Dunn can hoop. Zach LaVine is balling. Emmanuel Mudiay, he's kind of revitalized his career. Frank Ntilikina was a high pick by the Knicks. What makes Lonzo Ball think he's just going to walk in the garden and be the guy? Like, what has he shown me? There are games when Lonzo's jumper looks so awful, right? There are games when Lonzo's scared, I mean, literally afraid to attack the rim. He can't shoot free throws at all. What about Lonzo Ball makes him a good starting point guard in this league? He can pass. He's got good court vision. He doesn't utilize it a lot. Baffles my mind, man. Lonzo Ball is making requests to the Los Angeles Lakers. He's what, in his second year? Done nothing in this league. And he thinks he's entitled, him and his camp, think they're entitled to call shots. Delusional. And he's injured right now, by the way. He's out right now. So he can't even go out and prove himself on the court right now and, you know, for good or for bad, either stay in LA or increase his trade value so a team like the Pelicans could want him. He's making demands and he's on the sidelines right now with an ankle injury. Baffles my mind, man. I am just lost with Lonzo Ball. Thank y'all so much for the Time Loves Pod. I don't take it for granted, man. Salute. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefair. Mr. Telefair.
Mr. Telefair. Mr. Telefair. Shout out to Mr. Telefair.
You're watching Mr. Telefair TV.
Mr. Telefair TV. Here with the triple B's. You can't do nothing but win.